So one of the things I want to demonstrate that is very, very good to calm the nervous system down. It's very simple. All you need is a yoga block, one single block, and maybe a blanket. The first one really helps to tone and calm both the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. And time is of the essence. You want to stay in this pose I'm going to demonstrate at least for 5 minutes. So you can take the block, you can take it on the lower, the flatter side, or you can take it on the side that's a little taller. Some people like to even have it here. I'm going to take the medium side and I'm going to place it behind my back, right behind my butt. And then I'm going to lift my lower back, my sacrum, onto the block. And I'm going to start right here. It's a supported bridge. It's called a supported bridge. You can keep your legs kind of far apart so that your knees can kind of relax towards each other a little bit. And your arms can be relaxed down, palms up. And just feel that you sink your body down into the block. It's going to take at least a minute or so before you really start feeling yourself becoming more calm. Your breathing should be very expansive. So you're expanding your lungs when you breathe in, just like an accordion. And when you exhale, you relax the spine and the entire body down as if you want to melt into the floor. And you expand your ribs again like an accordion. And when you exhale, you sink the belly button down into the spine and the legs and the entire body sinks down into the floor. Now you want to spend at least a few minutes here. The next step, because there's another step, you're going to bend your knees towards your chest. And you want to aim the block to be pretty much right under your sacrum. And it's a good idea to wiggle the shoulder blades underneath you and down away from the ears a little bit. And you can stay here or stretch your legs up to the sky and just maybe cross one ankle in front of the other. Or just keep the legs straight up. And you want to spend a good 4 or 5 minutes here. Now you'll notice my hips are higher up than my heart. And the heart is higher than the back of my head and the throat. This brings the blood circulation down into the brain, into the heart, and it has a very powerful calming effect on the body. The key is to stay here long enough. If your legs get tired, you can just bend the knees back in, but try to keep the legs higher than your hips for a while, for a few minutes. And again, the breath is so important that when you inhale, you expand your chest. And when you exhale, you draw the breath out and sink into the block. You will notice it'll have a very powerful calming effect. But it's important that you focus on your deep, peaceful, but thorough breathing as you're doing this. We're going to do another pose that really helps calm the nervous system. You're going to be on hands and knees. You can separate your knees or butt hips width apart. And you're going to slide one of your arms underneath between the knee and the opposite arm. You're going to slide that arm across towards the other side of the mat and relax your head, the side of your head, on the floor. Use the hand that is not underneath you. Use that hand to kind of help you twist a little bit. And then just stay here and breathe. Try to relax your face. Try to relax your throat. And focus on breathing all the way down into the lower back and the sacrum. It's almost like you're pulling your breath all the way down into your hip bones every time you inhale. Imagine your oxygen going all the way down into your hip bones on your breath in. And exhaling and relaxing the bones in your body as you breathe out. It's very important to also relax your neck so that you're not, quote unquote, helping with your neck. You don't want to keep it floating above the ground. You want to keep it relaxed down on the ground. You want to spend at least a couple minutes on each side. Do the same thing to the other side. You slide that other arm underneath, using the free hand to help you twist a little bit. And immediately focus on your breathing. Again, I want you to imagine that your breath can go all the way through your nose, all the way down into your hip bones as you breathe in. And then when you exhale, relax everything. Try to relax the neck, your face, and spend at least a couple minutes on that side as well. The next one that I want to show you that's going to help calm your nervous system, it's a little more pressure on the knees, but you can modify. It's called Virasana, which is basically you bringing your knees together and your feet apart. Now, you can sit down all the way down between your heels, or if your knees are a little tight, you could take a block and just place it under your butt so that you're sitting higher. You can even sit higher by putting a blanket on top of the block. So that you're this high. Now, whether you're sitting all the way down on the floor or on the block or on blankets, you just place one palm on top of the other and rest it right in your lap. And you want to close your eyes. And you want to really soften your shoulders like they're melting down with every exhale. And when you breathe in, I want you to feel the expansion in your chest. And when you exhale, I want you to think of pulling your belly button back into the spine. And I want you to focus right in the back of your head, as if you're bringing your gaze back into the center of your brain. Relaxing your jaw. And maybe even imagine your spine and all the vertebrae in your spine floating very lightly on top of each other, like they're just floating in space in perfect alignment. As you deeply breathe,